Hello everyone and welcome back to another MTG Top 10 where I spend a copious amount of time and energy turning your favorite game into an easily digestible, but oftentimes unnecessary list. Magic has been around for a long time, a very long time, and during its 22-year lifespan, the idea of research and development has changed drastically. A unique side effect of this is of course being insanely broken, old, and extremely expensive cards. Break out your wallets because today, I'll be counting down the top 10 most expensive Magic the Gathering cards ever printed. Number 10. At number 10 we have Mana Vault. This alpha artifact is a cheap source of mana production. Pay 1 mana and get 3 back. Simple and effective, right? While the cost of 1 mana may seem cheap at first glance, this card's buyout price is anything but. At a whopping $750, something tells me that most people will be looking elsewhere for that 3 colorless mana. Number 9. At number 9 we have Shivan Dragon. The legend is real, really expensive. Shivan Dragon is a classic and iconic card, especially for MTG veterans, and as such, this card has gotten fairly popular over the years. While the Alpha Dragon itself is pretty underwhelming and even boring, especially by today's flashy standards, Shivan Dragon still demands the respect of all MTG players and their bank accounts, because this dragon comes with the hefty price tag of $780. Number 8. Taking the 8th spot on this list is Birds of Paradise. These birds have been reprinted many times over the years, making waves and impacting the game every single time. However, the original Birds of Paradise, printed in the Alpha set, is the rarest and most coveted bird of all time. This flying fixers of mana can be yours for the small price of $821. Number 7. Coming in at number 7 is Time Vault. There's something about early MTG R&D which really thought taking extra turns was an interesting and very fair game mechanic. Time Vault is a prime example of this fetish, allowing you to take an extra turn in exchange for a skip turn. This artifact allows you to manipulate the flow of the game in a stupendous way. Buying this card will likely leave your own vault empty at the outstanding price of $1,060. Number 6. At number 6 we have Time Twister. This alpha blue sorcery lets you literally reset the game while leaving the board state completely untouched. Just imagine how annoying this card must be, having to reshuffle, cut, and draw, and basically starting the game over. These kinds of effects have always bothered me, so luckily the card is pretty rare, thanks in part to its $1,822 price tag. Number 5. At the midpoint of our list we have the Alpha Cycle of Dual Lands. These cards are probably the most sought after and collected cards of all MTG, due to their rarity and their insane effectiveness in every single competitive format. In order to make this list a little more exciting than listing all of these lands individually, I decided to just lump them all together based on their average price of about $2,334. However, this is an average which ranges from Plateau, the cheapest at $1,300, and Underground Sea, the most expensive dual land at a mind-blowing $6,565. Ouch. Number 4. At number 4 we have the Alpha Moxes. Similar to the dual lands, the Moxes were artifacts printed in the Alpha set of MTG which helped you fix mana. Again, to avoid a boring list of all 5 of the different Moxes, I decided to collect their average price, which ended up at an incredible $3,066. Again, this is only an average, with the cheapest Mox being Mox Pearl at $2,600, and the most expensive one being the Mox Sapphire, which will cost you about $4,160. Number 3. At number 3 we have Time Walk. Remember earlier when I said Alpha had a fetish for taking extra turns? Well, this bad boy is another example of that. This card is the single largest piece of evidence that research and development was not yet really a thing in the very early years of Magic. Taking an extra turn for only 2 mana? There's no wonder why this card demands you to pay a literal arm and leg for it, or the monetary equivalent of $3,199. Number 2. At number 2 on our list is Ancestral Recall, another equally overpowered blue spell released in Alpha. This spell allows you to draw 3 cards for only 1 mana. I guess it's versatile as you can also allow your opponent to draw 3 cards too, but Honestly, who the hell would ever do that? This gem is amazingly powerful and amazingly expensive, setting you back about 4,160 bucks. Number 1. At number 1 we have Black Lotus. Were you expecting anything else? This card has become an icon in the Magic community, a symbol of prestige and power which only a few very lucky people can call owner. 3 mana of any color for free. It's as powerful as it sounds. Black Lotus has become infamous over the years, and I constantly hear stories of people finding near mint copies in their basements, so everyone, I beg you, look through all of your antiques, because if you find one of these alpha gold mines, you could be looking at a $100,000 payout, and a very early retirement. Alright guys, so there you have it, my top 10 most expensive cards in MTG. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like, share, and sub to the channel to catch even more MTG Top 10s in the future. As always guys, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.